It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Nittany Lions have been waiting and waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The give to the lone running back. Breaks into the open. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Seminoles want to move quickly.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
Right back to the well. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs. And they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have the national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25.
There he goes. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Gonna run it. It's Figueroa. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You want to stop the run game? Get them big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get into the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you're described with power and sweet feet. I mean, just put those two things together and you're just pretty amazing.
Finds a crease at the 20. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
How about the aggressive play call? Love aggressiveness, bringing the free safety down, blitzing him, you could tell, completely disrupted the offense. They didn't know how to handle it. Free safety chases the QB, gets him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He leaves it with his back. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, you always worry about turnovers in the first game, and for this young man, he's got to be able to turn the page. I know that was his first carry of the year. He puts it on the ground. That's the nightmare scenario, but you got to be able to wash that and flush it out. You got to be able to play the next play.
Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Noles moving quickly to the line. Takes it from the gun on third down. Makes the grab. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes the grab. Gets the foot down. Just precision execution on that big play. This guy hoping to join that long line of big playmakers for Florida State, whether it's Rashad Green, Kez McCorvey, or, of course, the great Peter Warrick.
Yeah, finding those guys on the outside with game-breaking speed that you can build your offense around, that you know you can consistently throw the football, get Doak Campbell Stadium rocking, get everybody excited about Florida State.
Handoff from the gun. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. They'll have to get it to the 37 on third down. They send the tight end in motion. It's a draw. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a fourth down.
Now, a fourth down.
They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On fourth down, going to the air. Works the middle of the field. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but their defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in the step. Nice throw there, getting the first down. And this offense all of a sudden looks a whole lot different than what they did the last time out.
Leaves it with the running back.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. Working on the right. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Seminoles will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Motion from the wideout. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to pound it in. And he'll be stopped for no gain. Still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yards.
Touchdown, Seminoles! Fit it in the window for the score.
And what a nice play call and nice execution. Play action, you're thinking run. Quarterback pulls it out, throws the football right behind those guys, and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, it was a nice job there by the quarterback, too, on the ball handling. He just froze the defense just long enough to help those wide receivers and targets get some separation in the end zone, and at that point, it was just an easy pitching catch.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Play first snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the ground with the back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
That's a first down for the offense.
We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking downfield, it's good. Snagged out of the air.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide, he sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass, he'll take that completion.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got the first down and more. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. He's up to 51 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener. The Nittany Lions look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Rushes on him. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. The screen, he's got wheels. Snowed under by the defense.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the dope. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting it on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Pulls it in. Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw for it. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. To work on offense now. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Leaves it with the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Hauls it in. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The Seminoles in the hurry-up.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus, the number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys have decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Sends it back in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush. They win up front.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's going to run it all the way back, but this is going to wind up just being a conditioning drill. Flag down on the field, and this one almost certainly is going to come back. They'll run it from the gun. He now has 61 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Running back searching for a hole. Oh, he's got some space. Thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12.
This offensive line takes a lot of pride. They're very good at communicating, and they love pushing fronts around. You're seeing it on that last play, breaking off a long run, doing it early in the season in the opening game. That sets the tone for this offense.
The give out of the gun. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And the Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To throw, it's good. It's complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. The Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The give to the tailback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Chop, they're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. The run from the shotgun. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. make him sweat at all. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Ohio State is getting handled right now at home. Someone needs to step in here and throw in the towel. Stop this fight. They're trailing by 14 to LSU. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. That's caught. It's Marshall. And that's why you do explosive work in the weight room. Arm day's a good thing as he gets to the 23. Trying to get the corner. Slithers into space. Turning it on. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. No one there to stop him, except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. And now on second down for this offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got his man in the middle. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Trying to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Back to throw. It's good. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. I know you want to go to this guy because he's made so many plays for you, but when he's doubled, surely somebody else has a much easier play to make.
And it might not be the stud that he is, right? Like, I might not find another guy that's a baller like him, that's a playmaker, but now I got one-on-one matchups elsewhere that I got to go take advantage of. If they're going to double cover him, I'm going to take advantage of matchups somewhere else.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Finds his tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls in.
Yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. Going for the marker on the ground. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of the defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, to limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now trailing. They They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
Has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. From the gun, running back on the move. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. The toss to the right. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Seminoles will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. If it's working, might change it, and that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Now on second down. Looking for a man. It's good. Firing to the right, complete. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
After giving up a few extra yards after a hitch throw, I wonder if this defense is going to want to give this guy this much access moving forward. They might be thinking about more press coverage or playing some zone coverage where the corner's right up on it.
Wants to throw on first down. Got his man. Oh, he got loose. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Using the quick game. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Find my guys quickly, know my matchups, get them the football, let them do the rest. So many playmakers now in football. I'm trying to get it to him as fast as possible so he can do that. Right after the catch, make guys miss, make beautiful plays.
Leaves it with the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the air. It's good. Under fire. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
try to pick it up through the air. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping to run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Here comes the heat. Got his man downfield. There he goes. Past the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Bringing it back. He'll bring it out. It's Klein. And the returner goes down.
And that's not what you want out of that kick return. If you're that return guy, you've got to make something happen. You've got to be able to make a guy miss. That's why you're back there in the first place, because of your athleticism, but you've got to be able to generate better field position on that kickoff return.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Looking to throw, it's good. They go to the wide receiver screen. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Second down coming up. He'll keep it himself. Got enough for the first down. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Intercepted, just what the defense's doctor ordered. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And how about about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Off play action on first down. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Looking for room. It's Matthews. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Right back to the well. At midfield, he's got room. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Turning on the Jets.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Out of the gun to give to the back. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18. The Noles want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw on 3rd. Fires into the end zone. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This time, they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive, Reese. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now, and they just got to make more plays.
They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now 1st down from the 37. To the air. It's good. It's complete to the right. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimum play.
The Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
And defenses are terrified of giving up that big play. I like the offense taking a shot down the field, showing the defense like, listen, hey, you're going to have to guard this. You better start being worried about the deep ball. Now maybe I can take some shots underneath, and it might loosen that secondary up a bit.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Punt is on its way. Guys do their job and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Gonna take a shot. And it's his fourth interception of the game. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
The give to the back. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
The inside handoff. Running to Green. Oh, he's got some space. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. He's topped 150 yards on the ground. 18 Nittany Lion backs have gone for 2K. They've had some great names in history. Franco Harris, Lydell Mitchell, John Cappelletti, Saquon. Maybe this guy's going to be remembered among those legends.
Man, that's crazy to go back and think about those guys and those kind of playmakers coming from one school. I want to be the next guy. That's why you want to go to Penn State and put your name on that list.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. The RPO, it's complete. He gets it inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 17.
You know, and that's disappointing for the head coach because you drill these 2-minute, 4-minute type situations late in games. You got to have awareness and understand what you're trying to accomplish. You're trying to bleed the clock, and you can't do that if you're running out of bounds.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass, it's good. Makes the catch. Spin move. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal line. This defense has no idea what's coming next.
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on 1st and goal, but they can also... Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. He's going to run it. Turning it on! All the way out across the 45-yard line, marking out of bounds at the 46.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the 1st down.
That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Marshall. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Seminoles want to pick up the tempo.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His 2nd big game-changing play in this football game.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Back to throw. It's good. Got it behind the line. It's Kitchings. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Right down the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They'll run the screen.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
Well, they're not able to hook up there, but considering this guy already has 2 touchdown catches in this game, now the offensive coordinator is dialing up more passes his way, and you know the quarterback, he's got like a sonar on him. He's always aware of where he is, and I like the idea. I'm going to keep throwing this guy the football and see if he can get another touchdown.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
This time on target. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes.